let's just throw this in there because CSL threw this on there for me. Man pardoned by Trump concerned about president. He's wearing makeup on his hands, so things are just getting weird. You think that's the weird part? You fucking dumbass. So the title of this, MAGA base is cracking. Trump makeup hand sparks health conspiracy. They just diagnosed him with fucking shit in your veins syndrome. Oh, wait. This is... I don't know.
Wearing makeup on his...
Hold on.
Donald Trump was seen wearing makeup on his hands in the...
Which, you know what that means. That's not true. I wear makeup occasionally on stage.
Media is having a field day for it. I don't know exactly why.
With it? Field day for it? Do you have a field day for it? It's like a celebration? Let's have a field day. I'll bring you bring the big band, and I'll wear a hoop skirt and...
He was apparently had a hand bruise, but Owen Schroyer discussed Donald Trump's calling out...
Sorry, does everybody that used to work at fucking InfoWars now do their show from their fucking car? There is a God.
Out of his own supporters and own base, saying that Trump's...
By the way, wait, hold on. Fuck, stop, wait. Tim Pool is citing Mediaite? Is there... I don't even know how to fucking... Tim Pool goes to Mediaite for source material. Yes, Trump has chronic venous insufficiency, which I gotta tell you, sounds like your wiener doesn't work. but right, that's why he's got he's got cankles now.
Age is going to become a big story now as he's, 79 years old. And of course, Democrats are going to look for anything they can go after.
Democrats? Owen Schroyer's not a fucking Democrat. What are you talking about?
I'm going to say on top of this is, ladies and gentlemen, the base is cracking. And I think it's Donald Trump's fault. Many people have suggested that without Trump, there is no base. There is no MAGA. There is no populism. And I disagree.
Well, you kind of have to, don't you? I mean, also, nobody says populism doesn't exist. Authoritarian assholes all over the world have used populism for a very long time. That's not going to go away. But maggots, yeah, they fold in behind Trump. They're not lining up to follow Ted Cruz or JD fucking Vance.
I think that's the populist movement is just that. It's got its roots in certain precepts. Truth matters. Accountability matters. Trump is just...
Immigrants are to blame for everything. Women should stay home. Gays are trying to turn people gay with Jewish space lasers. Yeah, all that normal populist shit.
The avatar. You see, what people in media don't understand, and they've never understood...
They don't understand. Mainly it's because of how he talks.
...is that they think Trump rallied these forces together.
He didn't?
Incorrect.
I see. Right-leaning independents and anti-immigrant groups and Tea Party people and QAnon people were even though they voted different ways and at cross purposes a lot of times before, then they didn't vote together until Trump came along. He had nothing to do with it.
What happened was these forces came to be and elected Donald Trump as the avatar of their anger.
As the avatar of their anger. That is just so glorious.
That's why Trump is unable
to piss normally. That's why he has a catheter.
Break the Epstein story. Perhaps he drank his own Kool-Aid. I don't know. No, I like Trump. I think he's the best president of my lifetime. It's kind of fun.
Especially, of all the presidents that were friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, sure.
Right? The reality TV real estate mogul did a better job than the career politicians. Who'd have thought?
No, he didn't. He hasn't passed an infrastructure act. He's doubling the funding for a lot of the programs that Biden put in place. He's adding $250 billion to spending just this year alone on top of the CR. He's ultimately not cutting shit. They cut $9 billion in their clawback, which is dick. This is $1 trillion military budget, and they're patting themselves on the back for clawing back $9 billion. I mean, what do you, did they just line up? I was about to say line up to have Trump slap in the face with their dick, but they'd have to get so close to his thighs, they wouldn't, I don't even know that it's physically possible.
But I do think that Trump's efforts to say, I don't want your support, it's going to blow up in his face with Owen Schroyer saying Trump's approval rating is going to drop to its lowest point, perhaps. Here's the story.
Here's the story on Mediaite.
And then we'll talk about this makeup on his hand. What's that all about? Owen Schroyer, the InfoWars host, who was pardoned by President Trump after being sentenced to jail for his involvement in the J6 Capitol riots. Mind you, he was outside bullhorning at a permitted rally. By now, you've likely seen President Trump's latest Truth Social post basically saying the Epstein story is a hoax. And those that are still talking about it are, from yesterday's comments, bad people. And now his past supporters. Can I just shout out the joke we made? Can I play this for you? I'm doing it because I think it just goes to show how literally stupid all of these liberals are. Actually, I think I just have it on YouTube. It's probably easier if I go to YouTube.
Yeah, probably go there. That's probably the best place.
YouTube.com/TimCastNews. We made a joke.
Yes. Look at your own channel. Play your own videos on your own show. Brilliant.
I did a little bit yesterday for fun. Let me see if I can. It's in the shorts.
Yeah, you probably can't find it. It's probably
section, and
you don't have anybody there that can look for you.
Here we go. Here you go. I mean, maybe you saw it, but I'm going to play this for you anyway. Where's the sound? There you go.
Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. Never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is.
If you want.
So it's a joke.
Is it though?
Literally, I knocked the Trump shoes, they're right there, off.
Yeah, you put them right back. So it wasn't a joke.
As a gag, because Trump was like, I don't want you as supporters. There's a very bad people who want this. And so I knocked him down and yelled "Porqué," of course, for.
Yeah, we just saw what you did. It's the part about it being a joke, therefore funny, that we were. Yeah, I think a lot of us were just confused about.
Those that don't know, it means for what, or technically.
Oh boy.
Means why. And
you're right. It makes the joke better when you explain the foreign word you threw in as the punchline.
And, it is loaded with comments from liberals being like,
yo,
you finally broke out of the Trump cult, Tim. And I'm like, oh, my God. Guys, it's a joke. These people are nuts.
Yeah, they would be nuts to think that you've finally broken out of the cult with a joke about that. Obviously, you put the shoes back and you went back to gargling his balls.
So why I bring that up is...
You're an idiot. You have no sense of humor. You're a twerp.
My friends, there's no reality where these NPC wackaloons are forming a coalition with us. However, Donald Trump is not needed for whatever this coalition may turn into.
Great. Yes. Thanks. So Tim Pool is prepping MAGA for the jettisoning of Trump, which will either happen because he's in the Epstein files or he's dying.
There are sane, rational people who know what sarcasm is and have, intuition. You know what's really freaky to me?
Well, it's debatable whether that's sarcasm or irony, but I don't care because it's so lame.
I figured something out. These liberal types take everything super literally. I think it's bots. They accuse you of being a bot, but I think many of them are actually bots.
Most of the interactions on X are bots.
And I figured this out because the more I use a variety of these large language model AI systems, the more it becomes apparent that
you don't know what you're talking about.
It's like they're so frustratingly stupid. They often
garbage in, garbage out.
Tell you things unrelated to what you asked. So I'll give you an example.
Okay, please do. And I'm sure all of us will be shocked you didn't get the response you were looking for.
If I said to you, I
If you said to me,
want to get a really strong fan that can lift a skateboard up, what do you imagine? Okay.
well, I would immediately imagine the ad that used to be in the back of the Boy Scout magazine I used to read as a kid, where you could turn an old-fashioned vacuum cleaner into like a dual fan hoverboard thing. Or I would immediately think of the quadcopter thing the other guy has been using that got cited because he technically flew through an intersection. And if he'd have just stayed on one street, he'd been fine. But when he crossed an intersection, that's when he broke the law. That's what I would think of.
Well, the average sane, rational human just easily understands that concept. A large fan, skateboard goes over it, the fan blows the skateboard up.
No, that's not at all. That's not at all what I would think. I didn't think that at all. That sounds like one of those indoor skydiving things, you dickhead. So I'm sorry. So do you have to have fans all over the ground? No. No, I'm actually amazed because that's like the last thing. No. Do you have any idea how big the skateboard would have to be? Would it have to be made of? Would it have to have like little fucking mini umbrellas all around it? Would it what? I think we all figured out why you can't get what you're asking for from AI, because how you're asking the question, it's giving you, wow, Jesus Christ. Because you're expecting idiocy and you're not getting it?
Okay.
No, not okay.
So I go into ChatGPT and I said, how...
Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. You go to ChatGPT and
powerful a fan would I need to lift a skateboard? And it wrote seriously like 2,000 words about an air compression tank being fired from an air cannon. And I was like, what are you talking about? It didn't understand. It was not intuitive. It wrote some ridiculous...
It's not supposed to be. It can't be intuitive, stupid. The last thing you want it to be is intuitive. You're asking it a scientific question, effectively. Literally, weight versus thrust. Dumbass.
Thing about PSI pressure to launch a board in the air, and I'm like, I didn't ask that. Now that's silly, but it's my point is
it is silly. It's I beg your pardon. It's not silly. I like silly things. It's fucking dumb.
These people online commenting about all this stuff, they act like they can't comprehend basic humor and jokes.
Or, and you'll forgive me for floating this just a second, or you're so unfunny and lack charm to such a degree that their response to it is dry hatred. Just kind of like they're not invested in the response you want. They're just kind of in fuck you mode because you're such a dipshit.
Because they're probably not people.
Yes, only robots would not laugh out loud at your porqué joke.
Or maybe they're foreigners. Why?
You know what? He almost got out of that one without being a bigot, and I managed to pull it out at the last second.
Is Trump putting makeup on his very normal hand bruise? Writes Margaret Hartman.
Well, I mean, obviously. He's metrosexual. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, Trump's got a big old splotch of makeup on his hand. And here you go. The tweets were going wild. Before departing to Pittsburgh, Trump spoke with TV reporters, and people zoomed in on his hand. Looks like he's got a thick dose of foundation on his hand. A conspiracy, they call it. Here's the clip. Whatever. Trump had a large bruise on his hand in the same...
What? Hold on. Who called it a conspiracy? A conspiracy to conceal the bruise?
spot back in February, and according to the New Republic, it was spotted again in April and June. But when the Daily Beast asked Carolyn Levitt if there's a medical reason for the fresh mark, she insisted once again that it's a normal, nay, historic and admirable handshaking injury.
Admirable. As in something you could admire, not an admiral. In which case, the bruise on his hand cannot command a naval vessel.
President Trump is a man of the people, and he meets more Americans and shakes their hands on a daily basis than any other president in history.
That explains the warts.
His commitment is unwavering, and he proves that every single day. Levitt provided the same explanation several outlets back in February. Trump used it too when a Time interviewer asked about his hand bruise, saying it's from shaking hands with thousands of people. I mean, that makes sense. What I don't know. Did he like bang his hand on a door, perhaps, several times?
Yes. Yeah. It couldn't possibly be from all the handshaking, but banging his hand on a door several times as the president of the United States, probably the person in America who opens the fewest number of doors in the world.
This is, to be sure, a much cooler explanation than the president is a 79-year-old man, and sometimes old people get random bruises, scabs, and swollen ankles.
Yes, they do. Sometimes it's random, and we usually don't care until they're the president. And it could also mean that they've got acute brain farting, and they have the nuclear codes.
And despite what you may read on social media, these injuries are not necessarily proof that Trump is simultaneously suffering from syphilis, congestive heart failure, and a variety of other likely fatal ailments.
Right, they're not necessarily proof. They might be proof, but they're not necessarily.
But the official explanation is still weird, and that's even more true now than Trump is experimenting with concealer like a 13-year-old after her first visit to Sephora. The hand makeup was clearly visible and poorly blended. I mean,
have you seen his face?
Guys, the bigger conspiracy theory is why didn't they get the proper tone and blend it? You take the little things and you put them on your skin. And I got a blemish right here, right now. And we used to have makeup. I just stopped caring. So if I get a blemish, pimple, or whatever, I just say, oh, whatever. I don't care. I got crooked teeth. I got no hair. You deal with it, huh? But we had a bunch of different colors.
Yes, it's curious to me why your hat doesn't blend into your face.
So that when people would come on the show, they could use concealer or whatever. The bigger scandal is that Trump's makeup person.
You saw a DYOM at Timpool, at Timcast? Bring your own makeup? BYOM?
Chose the wrong skin tone. Maybe it's true that, Trump routinely does cover.
Or maybe that's his right skin tone, but then he puts the orange on afterwards. And all right.
Bruises or whatever. Anyway, I digress.
All right. Anyways, just so you know, chat room, he was diagnosed today with shit in the blood disorder. Let's see if I can bring up his actual. Let's see. Try to find because the announcement. Yeah, hold on. It should be like Caroline Levitt announces. I'll find it. Yeah. Oops. Hold on. Dink. I'll find it. Levitt announces Trump health diagnosis. Yeah, here you go.
On another note.
On another note, out of nowhere, by the way, her cross is back and she's buttoned up so she's not showing cleavage. So I think that is the...
I know that many in the media have been...
Oh, sorry. Is it what's in the staff chat? Sorry. Got it. Instagram was talking to Substack. That's probably what happened.
Speculating about bruising on the president's hand and all...
Mm-hmm. They were speculating.
Also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president...
The effort of transparency. In the effort of transparency.
The president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today.
The president continues to be the strongest, most powerful, biggest dicked president in the history of the world. But he decided to take on some human diseases just so he could be more like you sucks.
In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs.
Did he? Is anybody noticing, besides the fact that my pants hike up oddly? While I was installing my second catheter of the day, I noticed that my ankles are spilling out over my shoes. Anybody else?
In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution,
He noticed it. He noticed it.
this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House Medical Unit.
Uh-huh.
The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency.
Chronic venous insufficiency. He's just too Mars. That's why he can't get along with women, because women are from Venus. And he's got classic Mars oleopathy.
A benign and common condition.
Do you notice the little tongue flick? I don't want to get too much into the body language stuff, but she had dry mouth during this whole fucking thing. And she kept doing this folded tongue lip thing, which fucking makes my mouth dry just doing it.
Chronic venous
Watch.
insufficiency, a benign and common condition.
See that little a benign and common. Sorry, I vomited into my mouth a little bit every time I say benign and common about the president, because there's nothing common about him.
Particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis.
No evidence whatsoever, until there is. But that we've got him in fucking compression socks because when he flies, because it's gonna happen.
Or arterial disease.
Well, then they didn't check very well, did they?
Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive
A complete blood count. They're like, how much blood does he have? We're still counting, sir.
metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echo.
Oh, see it again? See it again? Besides the fact she has to bullshit all the time, that's her tell. The folded tongue lip lick, that thing. It's so fucking. Watch.
Biomarkers. All results were within normal limits.
Point. There it is. All results were within normal limits. She's stopping herself from vomiting into her own mouth. I'm lying with Jesus hanging around my neck.
Echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function.
So they did an EKG on him and didn't report it. Okay.
No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified.
No signs of heart failure at that time? So he wasn't currently having a heart attack while Jesus Christ.
Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost the entire back of his hand. Please continue. Minor. Yes, there's not a giant bulging hematoma, but just a deep fucking purple bruise that never turns yellow.
This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen.
Yeah, which only is something that's recommended, like taking aspirin as part of that regimen is only recommended for people of his age if they've already had a heart attack, a stroke, or had a stent put in. Period. When did he have his stroke? Is he having one now? Is that why you guys are bum rushing all this shit through and making him sign stuff so fast? Did the thing that put the big bullshit bill over the line was a whisper campaign that Trump is dying, and if you don't get it done, you're not going to get his signature legislation through, and then he's going to die, and it's going to be on you fuckers.
This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy,
which he should not be on.
And the president remains in excellent health, which I think...
No. If you're bruising that easily and you've got fucking ankles swollen like that and you're telling stories about how your uncle taught Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, when he died before anybody knew who the Unabomber fucking was. I'm just saying that's not excellent health. I'm just saying there are problems here.
I think all of you witness on a daily basis.
No, they don't. No, because he doesn't show up until like 11 or noon, and you only see him when he's gacked out on fucking stimulants, and then they don't see him again. And he's been golfing a lot less. That's weird.
Here. So the president wanted me to share that note with all of you.
I'm sure he did. He couldn't wait to have people know how physically weak he is. It's a big part of his character that he wants people to know. He wants to share, his limitations with the world. It's just always been that thing. Holy fuck. And I showed this before, but it deserves to come back in this particular instance. The guidelines have shifted on aspirin for people for cardiac health as a therapy. It's still recommended for people who've already had a heart attack, stroke, or a stent, and is a secondary prevention, and the benefits outweigh the risks. The risks are very high, actually. That's why they stopped telling me if it was benign, they'd have gone, take it if you want to. It may or may not help. But it's got real risks if you haven't already had a fucking stroke or a heart attack or a stent put in. No longer recommended generally because the risks are high. People over 60 with no history of cardiovascular disease, which apparently she says that's who he is. People at low risk for heart attack or stroke, not Trump. This is due to the increased risk of bleeding, including GI bleeds and brain hemorrhages. The only time this risk is worth it is if you've already had a fucking heart attack. Yeah, it's a blood thinner. He's right-handed, but he bruised on his left hand. I think he's got a bruise in this picture on his right hand. That's why they're using it. That's why they're selling it. But he gets bruises all over the time. So, all over the place. So, it's fucking weird. And then this case by case if you're 40 to 59. Because even if your blood's thinner, you're going to be healthier so you can... Oh, it's fucking stupid.